Hey Lamau, what is up? It's your boy again, back with NPL Week 3. Coming off a tough L last week against Lord Techno. You know, got a little bit of karma for my Week 1 paras by missing a para hacks in Week 2, but it is what it is. We don't let these L's ever degrade our motivation. Every week we're coming in hot, ready to take a fat W, and our next opponent is the king of grass types himself, young Carniehobo, the world traveler, king of Rainbow Six Siege. You know, overall GOAT in pretty much in pretty much everything he does. But unfortunately for Carney, I'm here to take his title of king of the grass type because I drafted Mega Abomasnow, and I'm gonna use that bitch every single week. Don't at me. Over here to our right, we have our team matches. My team's the same as always. Nothing's changed since last week. Z Garchomp, Z Skuntank, terrible Pokemon. My bottom three Pokemon, Tornadus, Skuntank, and Heliolisk. Look out, because those things are probably going to be traded because they're pretty fucking whack. But over here we have Carney's team. And like always, Carney usually drafts a weird team, but weird doesn't mean bad. Weird definitely doesn't mean bad. Weird is threatening and offbeat. Carney loves bringing offbeat teams, and he's a dangerous, unpredictable threat. Not to be underestimated, of course. Last year, I remember him absolutely bodying Turbo, who in turn bodied me by using Z Sandstorm, Alolan Dugtrio. So Carney is no slouch. And because he's no slouch, I have to bring a team to beat him. So my first Pokemon I have right now is Twisted Spoon, Necrozma, Stealth Rock, Photon Geyser, Earthquake, Moonlight. So, I'm bringing physical Necrozma because he doesn't really have that good of a Psychic Resist. He, of course, has Mew, but I have ways of dealing with Mew and pressuring Mew, definitely. And Stealth Rocks are very annoying for his team, as his removal options are Hitmontop, which I believe is pretty bad, and Zapdos, which has to switch in on rocks, and I have ways to deal with. I'm physical, so this is one of my ways of beating down Venusaur, because Mega Venusaur is a big-ass threat that can pretty much sit there and wall my team if I let it. And yeah, that's why I bring in the Necrozma. Earthquake for Incineroar. Physical for Blissey, because if I run special, Blissey walls that shit forever. So I definitely gotta run physical, and that's my Necrozma set. Next, I got a hot Abomasnow set for you. So this Abomasnow is Blizzard, Leech Seed, Giga Drain, and Focus Punch. So this Abomasnow absolutely destroys his team. His Blizzard resist is Jellicent and Incineroar. If I get rocks up, Incineroar's not a resist, and Jellicent can't do shit back. I can Giga Drain and blow that shit back. His only real quote-unquote Abomasnow resist is Blissey. He's gonna use Blissey to switch in on Blizzards, but I got that Tech Focus Punch right in the back for him. I have 160 attack investment. If he's not running max bulk, if he switches in, that Focus Punch will knock him straight to hell. And Leech Seed for Blissey as well. Pretty much my plan is when Abomasnow's in, I want to Leech Seed if he has Blissey. So that gives me health recovery. And he's probably going to Stealth Rock on my Abomasnow or Seismic Toss. And if he Seismic Tosses, I'll always get recovery with Leech Seed. And nothing on his team wants to switch into Focus Punch. So that's my idea with the Abomasnow stat. Next, I got Banded Garchomp. He doesn't have a fairy, so Outrage pretty much destroys him. That's why I'm running Banded Garchomp. Helps me break through Venusaur, helps me break through Zapdos, helps me just break through his team. Next, I got Klefki, Spike Stacking, Magnet Rye. So this is like my quote-unquote Abomasnow answer. I mean, not Abomasnow, Mamoswine answer. My team doesn't have a Mamoswine answer, but my quote-unquote answer is the Magnet Rise up and hope he doesn't have superpower. Better than nothing, but it is what it is. Also, T-Wave helps a lot versus, like, if he's Dragon Dance, Tyrantrum, and not Lumberry. Compare his Venusaur, compare his Mew, all shit like that. Spike Stacking helps a lot. Like, Zapdos always comes in on this, but I have two Pokemon that help, my two banded Pokemon, plus Abomasnow to try and take advantage of Zapdos. Because he has to be Roost, he probably has to be Defog, and then he has to be Heat Wave, Thunderbolt. No, he can be Heat Wave, Hidden Power Ice, and has to have Thunderbolt. If he has Hidden Power Ice, he can't hurt Abomasnow, and if he doesn't have And if he has Heat Wave over Hidden Power Ice, he can't hurt Garchomp. So that's my 2 ways of taking advantage of Zapdos. So that's why I wanted the Hazard Sack. Next, I got Banded Victini. This shit does a fuck ton of damage. If he doesn't bring Tyrantum, he doesn't like Incineroar. He has Incineroar to help switch into this, but Banded Adamant V-Crate is gonna do a fuck ton. Next, I got my Milotic, very speedy Milotic to outspeed Adamant Mamoswine. So this is my Adamant Mamoswine answer, Life Orb Mamoswine answer. I switch on an Earthquake, take a fuck ton, and then I Scald and hurt it. And hopefully that deals with the Mamoswine. If it doesn't, I'm screwed. So that's pretty much the team I brought and why I brought it. Let's get right into the game. Let me switch to the layout. Boom, boom. Liddy, am I right? So yeah, Carney brought some threats. So Carney's team is not exactly what I thought he would bring. I didn't think he'd bring Hitmontop, and I didn't think he'd bring the Tyrantrum. I would have assumed it would be Mew and Venusaur over those two. That's what I assumed would have been brought. Yeah, but he brought the Tyrantrum and he brought the Hitmontop. So I'm thinking he's 3 attack Zapdos. He's probably Heat Wave, Hidden Power Ice, Thunderbolt, and Roost. And then he's spin Hitmontop so he doesn't have to run Defog on Zapdos. So looking at this, I don't want him to lead. I have like Victini and Garchomp as leads, but I don't want him to switch into Tyrantrum because if he sets up, I don't have a Scarfer, so that shit can just absolutely destroy me. And I don't want to lead Garchomp as he leads Mamoswine because that really puts me in the back. He can either Icicle Crash or Stealth Rocks, and either way that puts me at a disadvantage. So I want to lead Necrozma. If he leads anything but Incineroar, it's a good lead because I can get my rocks up and just Photon Geyser. So that's why I want to lead Necrozma. But unfortunately, he does lead Incineroar, which sucks. Right here, so this is a terrible lead for me, but Incineroar can't really KO me with anything. So I just want to get my rocks up as he knocks me off and does a lot of damage. I want to get this rocks up as soon as possible to limit this Incineroar switch-ins. Because every time Hitmonlee tries to spin, I can bring my Necrozma and get my rocks back up. At least that's the idea. And I can Hitmonlee doesn't really switch in that well to anything on my team. It can get Skull Burn, and I have 2 banded Pokemon, so even though it has Intimidate, it's not exactly gonna be a good answer. So he goes with Stealth Rock. I don't want to die here, so I just go into my Milotic as he knocks off my Flame Orb, which sucks because I'm not gonna get the Marble Scale. But I figure that's not that huge a deal if I can keep my rocks up. Right here, I just go for the Scald as he goes Hitmontop, and I don't go for Scald, I go for Recover, my bad. He goes Hitmontop, and I could just go right back into Necrozma here. And I could heal up and then get my rocks back up as he goes Incineroar, predicting the Photon Geyser or pretty much anything I could do. If I got my rocks back up, I would still have a low Necrozma. So yeah, I just go for the Moonlight here. And right here, I know Knockoff doesn't kill me because Knockoff did 75, around 70-ish with an item. So because because Knockoff power is reduced, it's probably gonna do around 50 to 60. So I'm not gonna die here. So I'm gonna just get my rocks back up and I can go back into my Milotic. As he goes for the Thunder Punch, predicting my Milotic, does 27%, and this is a good for me because I can go back into Garchomp. I go into Garchomp because in case he tries to go for the Thunder Punch again, and I don't mind being knocked off by this thing. I also want to start putting pressure in with my banded Pokemon. As he goes for knocks off my bands, which sucks, but he can't really stay in as I go for Outrage. And this is where I fuck up in team building. So I go for Earthquake, my bad. Because he knocked off my band, I could switch up moves. But this is where I fucked up. If I forgot to change my ability from Garchomp to Rough Skin. So right now it's Sand Veil, right? So this is gonna matter because I Outrage here and he spins. And if I had my Rough Skin, his spin would have been blocked. His spin would have been blocked. And I would have kept my rocks up and he wouldn't have been able to spin. But because I'm Sand Veil, he gets the spin off. So that's pretty much a retard move on me. Put the retard counter to the left right here. The amount of times Illusion has been retarded, that's probably around 1,000 at this point. But whatever, retards win games, that's all I gotta say. So yeah, he spins because I'm not Rough Skin, he gets the rocks off, which puts me in a really bad position. But I'm thinking it's pretty much worth it because if I can get rocks up again, I pretty much have rocks up forever, and Incineroar is gonna get fucked up. So that's what I'm thinking. So I'm still locked into Outrage as he goes into Zapdos. I'm confused, so I switch out into Victini here as he goes for the Discharge, making a nice prediction on me switching out. Really nice prediction. I go into Victini because I feel like it's my most expendable Pokemon. I brought it not thinking he'd bring to take advantage of Mew, but he brought the Incineroar and the Tyrantrum, so this thing's not really doing much anyways. So I'm pretty much bringing it in as shock fodder, and I can U-turn. Also, something to note that his Zapdos is pressure, not static, which is good to know. So I just U-turn, do a lot of damage to that Incineroar, and I can just Scald then Incineroar. But I double into Necrozma, predicting him to sack off to either go into Blissey or sack off the Hitmonlee. But he just goes for Fake Out, which is interesting. Like, I wouldn't expect him to have a Fake Out Incineroar. Like, it doesn't really do much versus my team, I guess. Kind of a weird bring, but it works nicely by catching my double. But right here, I can still get my rocks up. At this point, I feel rocks are worth it because his spinners can't really spin on anything. So if I get my rocks up, they're here to stay. And so I get my rocks up, stacking my Necrozma as he kills my Necrozma with this Incineroar. Right here, I can go into Garchomp and just Earthquake as he sacks off his Hitmontop. So now rocks, I'm thinking rocks are here forever. Which is nice because that means his Incineroar won't be able to pivot into like my Victini or my Abomasnow that well. Which is nice. I want to limit the switch-ins of Zapdos, Incineroar, and, you know, just whittle his team down. Rocks are really nice in this matchup. He goes Mamoswine. I obviously can't stay in, so I go into Victini, stacking it off as he goes for Earthquake. But this allows me to go into Abomasnow, and because I don't see Life Orb damage, I'm thinking that he's banded. And if he's banded, he can't hurt my Abomasnow, and he can't sack this off. So my best play is to go for Focus Punch. If I were him, I would go either Incineroar or Blissey because you can't sack off his Mamoswine. Going Zapdos here would be a very weird play because my, like, if by some off chance I go for, like, Wood Hammer or, like, Avalanche or something, that would catch him off guard. So I just go for Focus Punch right here, predicting him to switch out, and he does. And my Abomasnow focuses up Megas and sends his Blissey straight to hell. OHKOing that bitch, sending him into the Nether Realm. That's one pipe. Abomasnow is piping up. One kill for Abomasnow already. He goes into Zapdos, and I just go for Blizzard because Heat Wave doesn't kill me from full, so I'm just going for the Blizzard as he goes for the Roost. And I'm kind of confused on what he's doing for a second as he roosts up, and I'm thinking, like, why is he not Heat Waving? So I just keep Blizzarding, Blizzard to try and chip him down. If I can get rid of the Zapdos, there goes his, like, ground immunity. But as he's roosting, I'm starting to realize that he's pressure stalling. He's pressure stalling my Abomasnow, right? So he has pressure, and at this point, I have 4 out of 8 Blizzard PPs. So I Leech Seed to try to do even more damage to kill this off. Yeah, I get that Leech Seed off on Zapdos, and now, like, if he roosts, like, I'm getting Leech Seed recovery, and I can switch out to heal one of my Pokemon. So I feel like this is not in his best interest, and he should go into Incineroar. But he keeps on roosting, and now I'm down to 2, 1 more Blizzard, and my Hail's gone. So I know for a fact that I can't stay in, and I have to be conservative with my Abomasnow's Blizzards. Otherwise, I'm going to lose it. So I just switch out here. Into Klefki, not wanting, like, I know he's going to roost here, but I'm thinking that I can hazard stack him because his spinner's gone. I get the Leech Seed up, there's not much he can do to me. Like, he can Heat Wave, but I can get my hazards up and then go into, like, Garchomp or back into Abomasnow and Leech Seed. But he reveals the Defog. So at this point, I'm shocked that he's Defog and Rapid Spin. But what this reveals to me is that he's either no Hidden Power Ice or no Heat Wave. And if he reveals that 4th move, I can play my Pokemon differently. So that defog sucks. It takes away a lot of the wind out of my sails. Like no rocks up really makes Incineroar super annoying, and no spikes as well. So that was good prep from Carney, bringing double hazard removal. I was not expecting that. I thought he needed 3 moves to deal with my core, but he brought the defog because he knew hazard stack was coming. But yeah, right here I go. Right here, Klefki is useless, so I pretty much go Guard Chomp, predicting him to discharge, because I don't think he has Heat Wave, or he would have went for it versus Abomasnow earlier, is what I'm thinking. So I just go Guard Chomp, predicting him to discharge, or Heat Wave, as he goes Incineroar. And what this... And I know he's going to Fake Out, and I don't want my Guard Chomp getting chipped, because if he Scarf Tyrantrum in the back, I want to be able to tank a head smash just in case if my Klefki gets low. He goes for the Fake Out. I go for the Scald. Does negative damage, revealing that he's Assault Vest. And I just recover with my Lodic. But eventually I switch out into Zapdos. I switch out into Guard Chomp, predicting the Thunder Punch. I was pretty much recovering to try and get him, like, condition him to Thunder Punch and not knock off, because I don't want Guard Chomp to take damage. But he just doubles into Zapdos, and pretty much right here I go into Abomasnow, trying to scout out if he has Hidden Power Ice. And if he has Hidden Power Ice, what this reveals to me is that he cannot touch my Abomasnow. My Abomasnow stays in on this Zapdos forever. Discharge and Hidden Power Ice, this thing can't touch me. Once I get a Lead Seed up, he cannot touch my Abomasnow. So I get my Lead Seed up. And now what I can start doing is Focus Punching. Because if he Discharge and Hidden Power Ice do not do enough damage, so if he clicks those moves, I just heal infinitely with Lead Seed. So that I can just click Focus Punch. Focus Punch has enough PP and probably does enough damage to where I can really hurt Zapdos. But he cannot also switch out into any of his 3 Pokemon because they get destroyed by Focus Punch. He goes into Incineroar right here. Gets absolutely bopped by Focus Punch. And now he has a lot of options. He can go Tyrantrum, he can go Mamoswine, he can go Zapdos. Either or, I'm going to switch out. He goes Mamo, and this is free reign for me to go into Klefki. I believe he's banded, so he can't Earthquake. He's probably going to go for the superpower, is what I'm thinking. So I go Klefki as sack fodder. I can Spike up, or I can weaken it with Dazzling Gleam. Things like that. But he goes for the Icicle Craft, and his damage reveals that he's not Choice Banded, and he's no item. So I'm not sure what his set is. I'm thinking he's Scarfed. But just to scout him out, if he's like Earth Icicle Plate or pretty much Sass or pretty much any of those sets, I should go for the Spike. If he Earthquaked right there, or if he Earthquaked right there, my Klefki would die, but that Spike would help out, and I could go into my Lodic and put some pressure on him. He goes into Zapdos, but he's already demonstrated that his Zapdos can never hurt Abomasnow, and Big Papa is in. Look at that damage, 21%. That's negative damage. This guy does not give a fuck. He Roost predicted, like if he, if at any time he's at full health and can't Roost, Blizzard will OHKO this bitch. So he has to kind of Roost stall as I get my Lead Seed up, and look how much health I'm recovering. Pretty much like he cannot hurt my Abomasnow. He keeps going for Roost, but I'm gonna keep going for Focus Punch, as that does a fuck ton of damage. That was a crit. But it's probably going to do 43%, and Hail plus Lead Seed means this isn't a fight Zapdos can ever win. And Mega Abomasnow proving why it's a round 2 pick. I go for the Focus Punch as he goes for the Discharge. At this point, the Lead Seed will bring me through, plus the Hail. Like, he can Roost all he wants, but Focus Punch will bring him all the way back down. Look at that damage, 44%. Yeah, he pretty much can never recover on this thing. Like, he can go for Discharge right here, gets the crit, which still doesn't do any damage. Like, I can flinch from the Focus Punch, but the Lead Seed will always ensure that I recover. I just went for the Giga Drain there because pretty much no risk play. If he roosted there, Giga Drain would help me recover, plus Lead Seed. So yeah, pretty much no risk play, and Abomasnow getting pretty much 3 kills at this point. 3 kills. And then he goes Tyrantrum. So this play... So, If this is like Dragon Dance Tyrantrum, I don't have a Scarfer and I pretty much lose. So he can head smash here, but then I can go into Guard Chomp and like Outrage and stuff. Because if he's like Dragon Dance Superpower, can't remember if this is his Z or not, but if he's like Dragon Dance Superpower or Dragon Dance like Head Smash, Life Orb or something like that, or Lumberry, or he dodges Thunder Wave, I pretty much lose. At this point, I believe I can sack Abomasnow and win the end game. So I don't want to miss Blizzard. Giga Drain's the kill. I go for the Focus Punch, predicting him to set up, and he does. He goes for the Rock Polish, and I Focus Punch and send him to hell. That's 4 kills for Mega Abomasnow. I believe that was my best play, because if he went for Head Smash right there, I could have went something like Klefki or Garchomp. Like Klefki to go in Para, or Garchomp to Outrage. Depending on what move he went for. Wasn't sure if this was Scarf or not at this point. So I was pretty much scouting what his set was at this point. Maybe Blizzard was the better play in case he was outraged, but I didn't want to miss Blizzard, so I just went for the Focus Punch in case he set up. That was my safest play. And yeah, I pretty much killed the Tyrantrum. And he goes Mamoswine, and there's no Mamoswine set that beats my team. Unless like he gets Superpower, if he's like Superpower and gets crits, that's his only way of beating my team. Otherwise, or maybe he flinches me down with Icicle Crash a lot. That's his only way of beating my team, because if he Scarf and spams Earthquake, he can't kill my Abomasnow. If he Scarf and he spams Icicle Crash, you would have to flinch down my Klefki and my Loudon at least like 20 times. So I pretty much won the game at this point. He goes for Earthquake, and I go for the Giga Drain, killing him. And Mega freaking Abomasnow got 5 kills in that match. People were disrespecting Mega Abomasnow, but it literally carried me to victory. 5 kills. You know how broken that Pokemon is? So shout outs to Mega Abomasnow. Shout outs to Mr. Iron Flash Gaming for showing me the light of Mega Abomasnow in his videos 1,000 years ago. I dedicate this video to you, Mega Abomasnow. Bless up. If you ever want to know what the best grass type Mega in the format is, it's Mega Abomasnow. Don't at me. See you guys later.